I think it's good.
19 is Peter DeSera. 18, Evan McNeely.
Alright, it's the rider call-up now. The race will start in about 7 minutes. A lot of riders were on the grid.
Plate 22, please welcome Jeremiah Bishop. Hasten McElveen is plate 101. The legend that is Tom Wells, plate 16.
Alright, the sun is good.
Plate 16.
Awesome.
We go now to Jerry Dufour with plate 23. Sandy Florin, plate 24. Chris Baddock, 25. Nicholas Beecham, 26. Ernie Wattenpaw, 28. Racing out of Thailand, Kirani Sungprasert, 29. Plate 27.
Alright, so this racetrack was super short. 3 miles, about 300 feet of climbing per lap. Fast guys were lapping in about 10 minutes, 10:30, and I was lapping in 11:45, my best lap. So a tough feel. Here's the elevation profile. It's a big climb at the start, then a little punchy climbs, and then all the way down, and then a long flat section on the race course. Did Nino have plate number 1? Yeah, he did. He was riding plate number 1. Look at that, killing it. Because it's based on UCI points. So I was having plate 54. Yeah, 54. But I think past the top 20 or top 30, it was based on registration order. So I registered early, so I had a good plate number. So Racing Teach is in the chat again this week. How's it going, man? Oh, Ben Goyette, I'm being called. It's my turn. I'm already in my grid. I figured out that at this point the order didn't matter. Everyone was just stacking in, so I saw that coming, so I moved forward. But I'm still about midfield there, a bit behind the midfield, so it's a good starting position. Did you get the Larry Longo shootout? Who's Larry Longo? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He can pronounce my name good. That's a good thing. How's it going, Phil?
Christopher Lewis, Andrew Bailey, Connor Barrett, Manuel Salas, Benuelos, Clausen, Pacheco, Temple, Barron, Riveros, Wright, Sean, Cody, Kaiser, Shane,
See, I'm drinking in the feed and on the race course.
TJ, you got it right where you want it.
Important to stay hydrated.
They are assembled.
Alright, the grid is assembled. Ready to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, many of you riders are young, many of you riders are moving on in your careers, you may be in your 30s, but today we will pay tribute to a legend of the sport, of the culture, of the tribe. He was a world champion as a master. He was an international star of road cyclocross and a mountain bike Hall of Famer. We lost him tragically in a very confusing highway crash. We'd like to have a moment of silence for the legend that is the Steve Tilford. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. A brilliant day. We are now going to your final instructions.
All right, guys. We're about to go racing here. Thanks for joining the stream. I'm Ben Gayet, for those who don't know me. For those joining for the first time and don't know what's going on, I'm the guy with the GoPro camera. I recorded this race last weekend at Sea Otter in Monterey, California. It was the Proman cross-country race, and I'm showing you the race live, streaming live tonight from Los Angeles. So we're gonna watch this with you guys in the live chat. We got a lot of you guys, and yeah, it's gonna be a good race. We're racing against the top elite athletes in the world. Sea Otter is on the starting line. We have Anton Cooper.
Deviate at the SRAM 10, which is on your right, and follow the sand up the climb.
Let me know who you think is gonna win.
The list will be posted on the back of the finish trailer on the white door. DNFs and pulled riders all need to check the list to verify that your number is not on the list. The top 3 will report to the podium immediately after the finish. We are 2 minutes to the start.
2 minutes to the start, guys. Time to take your bet. How long can we last against Sea Otter?
We have to clean up this whole area when we're done racing. There's a little bit of dust on these placards along the fence. We need to clean
We have
them.
Matt in the chat, Clay, Race and Teach, Philip Beckman is there, MCG.
That told me what needs a little work. That Kenda banner down there, I need a little cleaning on that. The highlight on the SRAM. All y'all, you guys that are too cool, just shake your jewelry, okay?
All right.
All right, let's make it a little louder here. All right, let's get ready to go. One of the hardest things to do is start a mountain bike race. Cross country, the start is out.
So yeah, 80% rule is in effect. So if the leaders come too close to us, to lapping us, we're gonna get knocked out of the race. So we're going all out.
Specialized representing in California.
How big was the field is asking Gaming. I think 110 riders won the starting grid. So it's a huge field, 110 is insane.
Start will come within 15 seconds.
15 seconds. It's on. It's on, guys. It's on. Look at that. The madness. A lot of riders in front, a lot of riders behind. This is turn 1 of the race. Look at that, 110 riders. 10 wide. Going all out, everything we have. The curves, big crash on the left, rider down. Going all out. Look at that, the tech zone there, riders are riding through the tech zone. Still pushing hard, I mean still going flat out there, all out sprint, everything I have. My prediction was that I was going to be last at the top of this climb because it's a long, wide climb with a lot of good riders. I was sure I was going to be last at the top. But you can still see Nino is up there with Anton. They're not yet at the top. It's a long climb. We have Eric Bostrom behind me. Eric is a superbike athlete. He races in superbike. He's like one of the top athletes. He's super fast. I wasn't expecting him to be behind me at this stage. I was expecting to be last. There he is, chasing me. Got Nicholas Tunison in front of me. If you remember him from the last US Cup. You see Eric is making a move. He knows it's time to make a move. time to make a move, it's time to get in front, but I'm already full throttle. I cannot give anything more. But I was surprised I was not last, so that was good. But then look at that. I'm a cyclocross guy, so I race cyclocross. I know I don't wait in line. I just sneak in front of like 10 riders there. I'm back behind Eric. It's looking good so far, it's looking good. No! Oh no! I went down. Then but I picked everything back up as soon as I could. Didn't waste too much time, take a few positions there. And then get on the grass here, it's super bumpy there. See, like the hardtail guy cannot pedal, it's too bumpy, it's jumping all over the place. But we're on dual suspension, me and the guy on the left, so we're able to keep pedaling on the bumps. Yeah, I was riding the Kenda Cup, the Kenda Sabre Pro tires. Was the first time I was riding them. I installed them like the day before the race, so I was still learning them, so that's why I went down there. I was still finding the limits. Then behind me is Alec. Alec's gonna try to make a move there and then shut down the dive bomb, sticking to the racing line. Then we're coming to the first technical section. It's a rock garden. A bit sketchy, but there I'm not waiting in line. I mean, you can race all the way to the tape, so I'm just taking the line that's free, passing a bunch of guys, cyclocross dismount, remount in the rock garden, and I passed like maybe eight more guys there, so I was in a really good position at this point. Yeah, at this point I couldn't believe it. I was like, okay, I thought I was gonna be last, and then I'm almost midfield. I have super fast guy behind me. I know they're way stronger than me, so I know they're gonna catch me, but I'm in a good position. Then we have Phil taking the good shot. Is what I look like. Oh no, that's Nino. Good shot, Phil. That was an awesome shot. So here the course starts to open up a little bit, so I'm expecting to have the fast guy finally catch me, but I mean I have a good track position, so they're gonna be able to take me along with them. So here we have Alec finally being able to pass. See, he was ahead of me at the top of the climb, and with good tactical moves I was able to get in front. And I'm still with him, so that was a good move. Matt Benis in the chat says I'm going to HV to learn cyclocross. Yeah, you need to learn cyclocross, and it's cyclocross is really good to get your racecraft skill up, because in a race you don't get a lot of passing move that much. So in just one race of cyclocross you get like a season worth of passing move. It's so good to practice your skills. And now we see all the fast guys. They're just passing me like it's so easy. Racing Teach in the chat says cyclocross is rad, really helps here. Yeah, oh yeah, it'd be silly to skip that training. Guys are going hard. So the course was mostly grass like that, grass, fire road, and a bit of tarmac. So it was not very technical, but still I was still happy to have my dual suspension because the grass was so bumpy. So to be able to always pedal was a big advantage. And here it gets a bit sketchy. There's a technical section there, but it's just super narrow. So you have to go single file there. Hey, Finn is in the chat. How's it going, Finn? Finn says, I like this live stream. Awesome, thanks. Glad you like it. Rob asked, was it a warm day? It was not too bad. Yeah, the weather report was saying it was going to be super warm, but turns out there were a bit of clouds, so it was actually like perfect temperature, like in the 70s, I would say.
Yeah,
20 Celsius. So that was perfect weather for a race. Hey, McKinley just joined the chat. How's it going? So at this point, that's a key moment in my race because a lot of fast guys pass me, and I know we are approaching the flat section on the raceway. So I know I need to be on their wheels. I need to catch their wheels so they can get me along with them in the draft. So I'm going all out, and I know it's important. I need to grab their wheels. It's a very important move for my race. If I can grab their wheels and the guys behind me they don't, then I'll be able to get away and open a gap. See, no one's behind me, so if I can grab that wheel, it's so important. So I'm really pushing hard. I'm like, I want that wheel. Taking a risk in the corner, trying to save time in the braking zones. And here it's super bumpy, hit the rod. Standing up, suspension lock, I'm bumping a bit all over the place. But they're getting away, I give all I have, everything I have, and they're still getting away. I can't believe it. I'm like, holy shit, man, these guys are fast. Again, haul out. I'm like, there's like 2 corners left, so I know I need to make a move. I really need to get on their wheels. Philip says it was the most perfect day for racing in the last 3 years. Oh yeah, Phil, I've been there for a long time. I'm glad I was lucky to get it was my first time, so I'm glad I was lucky to get a good weather for my first race at Sea Otter. So approaching the flat section, I'm still not connecting, so I go all in. This is the last corner. I can make a move, so I go all in. But then I hand up on the loose stuff. I'm like, oh no, that's a mistake. I didn't see that coming. So now the guys are getting away, so I'm giving a last shot to see if I can connect, but they're working together and they're drafting together, so I cannot make it. So at this point I'm like, okay, I give up. I missed my opportunity there. So I pace down, waiting for the next guy behind. Alright, so we have Alec. Finally catching me, it's gonna be my toe. So I'll be able to breathe a little bit now. Alice in the chat. Nice that I can see you stream live. Do you know which fork Nino uses? It seems to be completely new. Yeah, it was the new RockShox, the orange one. I think I have a close-up pic from Phil Beckman. Here's a picture. We don't see the branding and everything, but yeah, it was a RockShox. And I was riding a Fox Stepcast. So I think that's Chris Ganter behind me. Yeah, Chris Ganter connecting with us. He's like, these guys are too slow for me. These guys need to pace up. And then, who's that? Wait to have his number. I missed his number. Oh, 106. That was David Duncan. I just went all out. He was riding a Scott, the same bike as me, a Scott Spark RC 900. A few guys connecting there. Chris is moving in front of me. Bag 68 in the chat is asking what HR zone are you in most of the time on a race like that. It's between zone 5A and zone 5C. It's all out anaerobic, so you can see if you want. Put a link below. It's my race on Strava, so check it out. You can see my stats, my heart rate, and everything. So now we're approaching the sand pit. So on the first lap we were on the tarmac for the start loop, but now we're racing on the single track on the left there, and there's a sand pit there. So again, the cyclocross training helps. See that? That's cyclocross. Oh yeah, I made it through. Passed a few guys there. That was a good move.
Good job, buddy. Go, go, go! Let that go! All right, man. Let's go, man. Good job, brother.
Approaching to the feed zone. Dang bottle. Near is my buddy there, feeding me. Thanks, Near. And then we can see where the guys are on the flyby. So you see the guys already going downhill. They're already almost at the rock garden already, so the gap is already pretty big. Again, if you want to see the Strava flyby, I put the link below in the description. You can watch the flyby of the race, see where everybody is. Got Justin Desilets right there, build 58, just past me. So TRBOFR2 in the chat asked what my bike weights. So my bike is the Scott Spark RC900 with pedals. It was around 22.5, 23. I didn't weight it again. I'm riding now the Kenda Sabre Pro tires, so they're a bit lighter. So I would expect maybe it's closer to 22 with those tires. Yeah, those tires were really good. I really liked them. They were super fast rolling on the tarmac and the fire roads, and I had just enough grip for the corners. I mean, you saw on the lap one I went down, but I mean that was my mistake of not learning the tires enough. So Finn asked, what place are you in? So right now I don't know. Right now I'm a bit below the mid pack for sure. So I might be like in the 70s. I would say at this point in the race. Maybe 70, maybe a high 60, mid 70s, I would say, out of 110. So I'm in a good position. I'm ahead of a lot of faster guys than me just because of the racecraft. All right, now be careful there. Now I don't want to crash again there. That's why I crashed on lap 1. Making it through one piece. So behind me, or in front of me now, is Nicholas. Bib 61. With the pizza jersey. Just making me hungry every time I was behind him. So Jackson asked in the chat, how were the Kenda tires when it came to descending? They were pretty good. I mean, you see like the most technical part we're approaching here. It's the only like rock garden, and it was working fine because it wasn't muddy or anything. It was just like super fast single track like that with a bit of rock. So anything would have been good actually for the descending. It's just in the corners that I use the grip more. See, so that was the line in the middle right there, and then trying to jump the second rock garden. So there's not much use of tires there. And then Nicholas went down there. It was super tough there because it was loose on the left, off camber. So you had to be like very careful to compromise the entry to stay on the right and avoid the left sides. So Nicholas got caught there. Alright, so Phil again, taking more pictures. spectators cheering. I heard my name a lot. You guys were awesome. I don't know if any one of you guys were there in the chat, but I heard my name a lot, so that was good. That was awesome to hear you guys cheer. Made me go faster. So that's what I was looking like if you were there and you don't want to remember my jersey. Behind me we have Clint Klassen. Clint Klassen was super fast and was always passing me, and then you see it further in the stream, he always get an issue here and there, and then we pass each other like a bunch of times during the race. Mark Smith in the chat, hey Ben, I never see you heat during the races. Do you use gels or any bars when you race? If it's a long race, yes. If it's a cross-country race over like an hour, almost 2 hours. But on a short race like that, it's this one is 8 laps. But I mean, I'm only hoping to make maybe 4 laps, so I'm going all out. I know my race might be under 1 hour, so I don't need anything. I just take a gel before the race, like 15 minutes before the race. I take a gel, and that's it. I don't have time to take a gel during the race for such a short race. It's like a cyclocross event from here. The gaming goes slow. The game says that's good color matching between the jersey and the frame. Yeah, I didn't know if that was gonna be silly to have the jersey matching the bike like that, but yeah, it turns out it looks pretty good. Jackson says, I remember seeing you at the Kamikaze Bike Games. You look smooth. Thanks. Yeah, a lot of people told me that after the race. I watch your YouTube videos and it looks so smooth. So we registered, and when we showed up, he was like, holy shit, the course is crazy. Yeah, it always look easier on the GoPro. Riding fast, the only section with shade on the course. But we don't need shade that day. It's the weather was nice, about 20 degrees Celsius. So Finn asked, how long is this race? So the race is 8 laps. Each lap is about 3 miles, about 300 feet of climbing. But we're racing against the top athletes in the world. We're racing against Nino Schurter, Hampton Cooper, Jeff Kabush, Todd Wells are at the front right now. So because the 80% rule is in effect, so if they come too close to lapping us, we get dropped out of the race. So for me, I know it's about 3 or 4 laps that it's going to take them to lap me. Leaders are lapping about 10 minutes 30, and the group right there, we're lapping about 11-12 minutes per lap. So every lap we lose a minute, and it's a short lap, so yeah, we can get knocked out pretty soon. We're still on lap 2 right now. Is that guy ahead racing a Santa Cruz tall boy? I don't think it's a tall boy. I don't know. It might be a Santa Cruz super light. I'm not sure. We'll have to ask. It's Clint Klassen. And then it's Nicholas Tunison in front of me. So Nicholas is the guy I was racing with the most at the last US Cup, where we're swapping positions. So I know we're about the same pace. In the chat, Patricio Meza, hello Ben, how's it going, Patricio? Nice to see you. McKinley Phillips says, I just popped dropper post on my Fuel X5. Nice, nice. Dropper post must be nice when you get some technical climb, technical downhills. Alright. Getting on the flat section, drafting here. for those joining, you're watching the Sea Otter Classic Cross Country Proman. It's a race that was recorded last weekend, last Saturday. So I'm streaming the event live tonight, live from Los Angeles. I'm Ben Goyette. I'm the rider riding the bike in the video. And if you join at this moment, you can always skip backward in time. I enabled the DVR functionality on the stream, so you can go back in time and watch the start if you want, and then come back live. It's up to you. The DVR is enabled, and also the stream is going to be available to watch again as a replay after the event is done. So you can always watch it again on my channel. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe, hit the subscribe button. I'm Ben Goyette. I post a lot of cross-country races like that. So yeah, subscribe. You're gonna know when I do my next stream and when I post cross-country training videos. And GHAXC, any tips for doing flat loose turns? You gotta commit, man. I think that's the thing. You gotta commit. And the thing that helps me the most is putting the pedal on the outside at the bottom and then just twisting the hips to kind of try to carve to be in control. You want to be in control of the slide, almost like making it slide on your own. If that makes sense, so that you know what's coming up. That's what I do when I see a loose corner. Going in front of Nicholas, I'm starting to pull. I saw he was getting tired, so okay, it's my turn. It's my turn to pull. Trying to be aerodynamics. Young Rascal in the chat. Hi Ben, Daryl from Australia. Did you simply upgrade from the Orbea OS team? Yeah, I mean, it wasn't really an upgrade. I mean, it was mostly like a lateral step, I would say. I was racing the Orbea OS M Team last year. It's a phenomenal bike. I really loved it. But I wanted to get back on 29er wheels to just get more like security, if you want. Because on the OS, you're always like attacking the course. You're always on the bleeding edge of disaster, and in my head it's the OS is the faster setup. If I was paid to race and I was paid to DNF because that's my job and I need to risk it all to win, I would race the OS. I think that would be a faster setup for me. Look at that, in the sand. It's super tough to be in the sand on a 29er. Well, yeah. So I went on the Scott Spark 29er just to get a bit more confidence and to get a bit more security on the bike, so that because I'm racing for fun, I don't want to crash out. I don't want to DNF. Alright, gonna take another bottle there. Tossing it there. It's something I was not used to grab a bottle on the right. I usually feed with my left hand and then have to grab a bottle on the right. I was like, my brain was like, oh no, how do I do this? that was silly. Alright, we're starting lap 3. In my head it's the last lap. Like, okay, that's gonna be the last lap. And then see, the front camera was starting to have issues there. I don't know what happened with the front camera. It was just the file got corrupted. See, it was all messed up, and I lost the sound. So what we're listening right now is the sound from the rear camera. I tried to salvage as much footage as I could from the corrupted files. Guys are attacking hard on the climb. It's the 3rd lap. The guys who were behind us were faster, are finally catching us. Dip number 73. Who's that? Oh, I don't have it on my sheet. These guys charging through. Nicholas moving ahead. Santa Cruz guys. Clint. He's getting past. I'm gonna see him again. 89, that's Dan Sheng Shang. So it was cool that we had a race. I mean, even if we're racing against Shutter and the top guys at the front, we still have a race at the back of the field, and that's awesome. It's super fun. Ben Bush, Jay Smith in the chat cheering for me. Thanks, man. Seriously, that helps. And when I read all the comments on the YouTube videos and on the chat like that, it really helps me mentally to keep pushing, because I know with the little camera on my head, I have like maybe, I don't know, 10,000 people watching, and it's like a stadium full of people cheering, and I'm like, holy shit, I don't want to disappoint them, so I need to keep pushing. So thank you guys. You like when we say in hockey, the crowd is the sixth player on the ice. So you guys are I don't know, you guys are my extra gel to keep pushing harder. So yeah, at this point, front camera is completely dead. So I'm sorry for that, guys. I wanted to show you the whole race with the front cam, but now we're gonna only have the rear camera from now on. But don't worry, we're gonna try to keep this entertaining. We still have guys attacking. So Clint is behind me. He doesn't want to be behind me, so he's gonna try to catch me in the end. Bermsky says in the chat, Ben, love your videos. Thanks for inspiring. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. The Joker asks, what bike do you use? It's the Scott Spark RC 900, and right there we saw Nicholas had a little moment there. He went, oh no, on the previous lap he had a moment there. Now he got it right, so he got that line right on this lap. So I'm still following Nicholas at this point. The guy with the blue jersey with the pizza on it. It's making me hungry. Clint's still chasing me. So I can show you my bike. See, that's the bike I'm riding. Scott Spark RC 900. It's the World Cup trim, 29er, as well as suspension. It's a really awesome bike. I really like it. So at the front, I'm riding a 34T chainring, which is good. Gives me a lot of power, good climbing ratio. And at the rear, it's the Schramm Eagle cassette, 12 speed. So it's 1x12 setup, which I like. It's really good. And then we have Clint making a move. Doesn't want to stay behind. Jay Smith in the chat, love your Strava. Keep it up, homie, and cruise up to cruise. Yeah, so let me know what bikes do you ride, guys. Do you ride cross country mostly? Do you also do trail bikes? Do you ride cyclocross? Let me know in the chat, and if you watch this video on a replay, let me know in the comments below. I'd like to know what bikes you guys ride and where it's at. Is there still guys riding 26-inch wheels? What do you guys ride? I want to know. See, and speaking of bike parts, those are my pedals that I use. I use the time pedals. I really like those pedals. I've been riding those since forever. Bensky in the chat. Did you enjoy meeting Brian, PKXC? Yeah, I bumped into Brian. I think it was the day before. Just recognized me. I don't know how he did that. I don't know how he was able to recognize me, but he saw me from a mile away and said, "Hey man," and then shot a little clip. Yeah, Brian is a super nice dude. If you don't know his channel, look him up on YouTube. It's PKXC. He posts a lot of good story videos with butter smooth gimbal footage. It's awesome. Carrie Lamb, I race a cross country pivot. Nice. LES 2017. Mobitat is on a giant Anthem. racing teach is racing cross country and cyclocross. Yeah, that's a good combo. So Roberto asked Ben, what age group are you running and what category? So what you're watching right now is the Pro-Man cross country. So there's no age group in that category, so it's open to the young guys all the way to anyone who dares to enter in this category is welcome. I mean, you need a pro license to be able to qualify for those races. You need to have a USA Cycling Pro license, and then you upgrade that license to an international UCI license, and then you can enter a UCI HC event like that. Jackson in the chat says, I'm riding downhill plus enduro on a Devinci Spartan. Nice. Yeah, I used to ride Devinci bikes too. Those bikes are awesome. Made in Quebec, where I'm from. August Wagner says, I have a 9er 9 steel hardtail, wow, that I train on, and a 9er Hair 9 RDO carbon hardtail with a dropper that I race. Nice setup. And I have a Chromag white and gold steel hardtail that I do everything else on. Nice, nice. 3 mountain bike. We know what your priorities are. So Bill asked, why do you think the Arbea is faster for you? I think it's mostly the wheel size. The 27.5 wheel size is just a good fit for my size, and they're super fast. They accelerate fast. I can change direction super fast. See, that's my here. That's my Arbea. So I can change directions very, very fast and accelerate fast. It's just, yeah, and it's so light. I cannot beat the weight of that bike. If I would put carbon wheels on it, it would be like under 20 pounds. So yeah, I think that's why. But the reason why I'm on 29er is to have a more stable setup, to be able to take less risk during my race. So by the way, this bike is up for sale. If you wanna upgrade to a sick bike, check it out. It's on Pink Bike, and I think it's also on Craigslist LA. Or let me know and reach out to me if you're interested. I'm selling it for $3,500. It's currently listed on the Blue Book for $4,300. So I'm dropping $800 because there's a cosmetic carbon repair on the seat stay. So that scares a lot of people, but it's been repaired very well by professionals at Predator Cycling. So there's nothing to worry about. But I'm slashing the price by $800. If you guys could buy the part for that price if you wanted to replace it. So it's a really good build. It's a $10,000 bikes, race ready, excellent condition, ready to go on a stunning grid. And let me know if you're interested. It's a good deal. I can ship international if you guys are interested. So what we have here is we're at the end of the third lap. So in my head, that's the last lap. I'm thinking, I did the math before the race. I'm like, if we're 2 minutes off the pace, Nino Shutter is going to be very close to lapping us at the end of lap 3. So there's a possibility that this is the last lap. So I'm in a train of a lot of people right now. I think we're like 10 people in the train right now. So I'm thinking, okay, we're approaching the finish line. I need to go all out. I need to be ahead of those guys. Just to have a better finish position, just for fun. So I'm preparing for the move. You're gonna see that, the race winning move. Vegan dude says, I was there next to the bananas. You rock, man. Thanks. and there I'm going all out. I'm passing all these guys that I was racing with. I'm like, okay. Passing all the guys. Clean is trying to stay with me, and now I'm leading the group, and we're approaching the finish line. Yeah, I feel like a hero right now. I'm like, oh yeah, this is it. I'm gonna be 10 positions higher. And then I look at the UCI officials, and then they don't wave at us, nothing. I'm like, oh no, we have one more lap. Huge fail. So I'm like, oh no, I blew it. I went all out anaerobic, gave all I had. That was fun that day. So I let them go. Like, okay, you guys pull. I'm too tired. Oh man, I don't know if that ever happened to you guys. To sprint for the finish when it's not the finish. Eh? That was silly. Yeah, I was talking to Kaylee Burdine after the race. She's one of the pro women, and the same thing happened to her. She sprinted all out, trying to finish, but she had one more lap to do. The Joker in the chat says, "Why am I here? I barely bike. I kayak and ski." Well, I mean, it's never too late to start biking, man. I mean, you could bike to the river and then do kayak and then come back and ride bike back home. I don't know. So no more bottles for me. I still had a full bottle almost at this point in the race, so I wasn't very strategic about that. I had way too much water in my bottles, and Near was telling me that's not how you race. Like, you need to take half empty bottles and, you know, save weight. I still have to figure this out. I'm not used to be supported during a race. I usually bring all the water I need on me in my jersey pocket. Says the kayak are like 20 to 40 pounds. Yeah, that's a bit heavy to bring on a bike. It's not like a surfboard. Alright, so we're on lap 4 now. For sure it's the last lap, but there's no way in hell that I can last more than 4 laps here with Nino Schurter and Anton Cooper chasing us. And if we look at the Strava flyby, just as Bib 109, that's Juan Carlos is passing me. Now I'm at the tail of this group, the group of 4 lappers. So now I'm last of this group, so I want to catch them, I want to race with them. But I'm still trying to troubleshoot the GoPro because my front camera fell. If you just joined the stream and you wonder why are we watching a stream of a rear camera, that's so lame. I have a front camera also, but the front camera fell on lap 3. So that's why we're watching the rear camera. If you want, you can scroll back in time to watch the start of the race. The DVR is enabled, and if you watch the replay of the race, well, you can watch. You can even skip in the future if you want. I don't know what happens next, but you might be able to find out. Yeah. So what was I gonna say? I don't remember, man. So yeah, approaching the top of the hill there. It was still a big climb. It doesn't look like it on video because everything looks flat on video. But if you know the racetrack, the Mazda Raceway Laguna Seca, this is turn 6. This is the turn in Gran Turismo where you always go too fast and you crash on the barrier on the right. And it's still a big climb. It's I don't know how. I think it's almost 250 feet. Still a sizable climb. Yeah, it was super special to race on this track because I'm a big fan of motorsports. I went to racing school. Last time I was on this track, I was driving a Formula Skip Barbers. See, that was a picture I took from my cockpit from my Formula the last time I was here at the racing school. So I know this track very well, and it's like it's like a dream to be there every time. Glenn in the chat says, I watched the pro woman race right before this, Rizvets versus Courtney and Hawk. I don't race, but running a Narco Team Carbon 26. Nice, 26 bikes are still going for it. I like it. Salty Sally is in the chat again. I think Salty, you watch all the streams so far, right? You were here on all the stream. Says getting a set of tubeless tires gonna cost 200 smackers. Yeah, tubeless are worth it. Saving weight. still trying to catch the guys in front. So I'm still riding with Nicholas Tunison, and there we have Clint with another problem. Clint must be so tired of chasing me. I think he passed me at least 4 times already in the race, and now yeah, it seems like he dropped his chain. So he's gonna try to catch me again. Poor Clint, man. Yeah, so I'm riding with Nicholas Tunisens in front of me, the guy with the red jersey, if you remember. So Matt says, I know Sea Otter is a high-profile race, but the course seems not as fun as Fontana or Bornelli. Yeah, I agree. I mean, of course, the course is not as technical, and it's not challenging the riders as much, but it's more of a spectator-friendly event, I would say. Sea Otter, like all the brands are there. It's almost like a marketing event, so everyone is there to meet their sponsors and show off on the course, and they have a super fun spectator-friendly course for the spectators, which is nice. So we're not super far out in the woods where nobody can see us, so it's good to be close to the fans. Salty Sally, haven't missed the stream yet. Nice, #1 fan. That's awesome. Jay Smith in the chat, what's the best advice you have for training for XC race? Obviously cardio, but do you have any other random tips? Yeah, I have a lot of tips, so if you want, I think my best advice would be to read one of the books. I put some links for books in the description below. So whether, I don't know what's your level, if you're a beginner, start with the first one I put there. It's kind of a general training. It talks about everything about racing. The second one is more for a Cat 2 training book, and that book is really good. That's what kind of like helped me start to train in a more like, I don't know, like a training for normal people, I would say, like people who are busy, have jobs, day jobs, and don't have a lot of times to train. So that book is aimed at those people who still want to race a Cat 2 and be competitive. So that was really helpful for me. And then I also have the Cat 1 and Pro training book there, which is more like a traditional training book. But the best tip I would give you, if you don't have time to do like the pro training, because pro training you really need to train at least 8 hours. If you're below 8 hours, and that's what the guy says in the other book, is that if you're below 8 hours, all the traditional training methodology doesn't really apply, because your training stress is too low. So the strategy is to go all out. Every time you ride, you go all out, and you have a lot of time to recover, so it doesn't matter. So every time you ride, if you ride twice during the week and on the weekend, every time it's flat out. And that way you can have enough training stress to progress. But yeah, check that book. He also explained why it's not a sustainable training program, but it's gonna make you fast for at least 2 or 3 races during the year. And sometimes that's all that matters when you race Cat 2. So definitely check it out. I think it's called the Time Crunch Cyclist. Then who else we have in the chat? Mr. Alejandro, hello from Puerto Rico. Hey, how's it going from Puerto Rico? How many, Robert, how many miles do you ride a week? I don't know in miles. I don't check miles, to be honest. I check mostly the time I spend on my bike, and it's about 10 hours average. So yeah, if you look at the training bibles, they're like a table, the training hours per week, and I'm on the 10.5 column. That's about what my training looks like in terms of volume. So it scales depending on the phase. If it's base, it's more. If it's peak, it's a lot less. Like that week, I think I was 6 hours just to stay fresh for this race. And we have Clint chasing me for the 5th time on this race. It's like, I'm gonna get this guy. He's not getting away. Justin in the chat, do you think a person with a small frame could ride a 29er and pull it off? A small frame on a 29er? I think that might be awkward. I think small frames, they don't do 29ers anymore because it's a bit awkward. Clint is going for it. I was still following Nicholas Tonison at this point, and Nicholas was starting to slow down. I think he was getting tired, so Clint saw that and moved ahead. Then I'm thinking, okay, maybe I should move ahead to should stay with Clint. We're approaching the end, so we're almost at the end of the fourth lap. It's pretty sure it's the last lap for us. So now I want to stay with Clint. I want to stay with Nicholas. We're gonna maybe sprint for the finish. Yeah, Emily Batty makes 29er look perfect, Phil says in the chat. Yeah, I mean, I think, is that a small that she rides? I think she rides a small 29er, yeah, and sometimes she switch to 27.5. It depends, I mean. Here's Nicholas, past him. He's gonna stay with us. Yeah, it depends. Some riders say the 29er makes them feel more confident to roll over big rocks, and you're less on the bleeding edge of disaster all the time, like a downhill racer. So that's something to consider when you race. It's not always about the KOM. It's about the whole race. It's about chaining everything together, staying on the bike, and being able to hit your marks when you're tired. You know, that's a big difference. And you need the right tool for that. And for me, it's a 29er. And it's the same thing for a lot of people. Roberto says, depends. Oh, it's talking to Justin. It depends. I'm 5'7" and I ride with a small frame and love it. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Some people that the bike is always too big for them. They almost want a BMX. So I think the best thing is to try the bike, see how it feels. You're gonna know. You know right away when it feels like a glove. You know it's like it's been your bike forever. And now we are approaching the finish line, and I'm waiting for the right moment to sprint, because in my head I'm thinking, oh, we're gonna cross the finish line and we're gonna get pulled out after the finish line. So I'm kind of waiting for the right moment to start sprinting to get ahead of Clint, who I've been racing with the whole race. And I think right about now is about the good time, so I'm thinking about it, and then the UCI officials pulls us out before the finish line. So I wasn't expecting that at all. That was a bit hard, and it was a mistake of me to not check before the race where we would get pulled out. So yeah, I was hoping we would sprint for the finish line, because what sucks a little bit like that is that we don't get a chip timing read, so we don't have an accurate finished time. It's just an official taking the numbers by hand on the sheet, and so we don't know the gaps. And yeah, so that was a big group of 4 lappers. Our job is done. We've been knocked out of the race by Nino Shutter and Hampton Cooper, who were hauling ass the whole race. Here they are in the feed zone. So I don't know if you guys saw the race or saw the result. It was a sprint finish between Nino and Anton Cooper. The sprint finish for the win, and Nino got first. So it was a fun event for me. It was the first time riding at Sea Otter, first time being there. I was happy to see the craziness of that festival. It was insane. The energy there is amazing. I think it's definitely a race that is worth traveling to. You guys should check it out. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I'm sorry the front camera fell. Oh, I'm becoming a ghost now. Yeah, I've been recording races for like 8 years. First time this happened to me. I don't know what happened. So I'm a bit disappointed there. So, but yeah, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for staying on the stream, and I'll see you guys next time. Next week there's not gonna be a stream. We've been streaming for 4 weeks in a row now, but I don't race this weekend, so next week I don't have anything to stream to you guys. So it's gonna go to the week after that, where I'm gonna race on the Kenda Cup at the Santa Ynez Valley Classic. So it should be a fun one. It's a beautiful course. So I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. All right, cheers.